Hello, I'm Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader, and the following reading is for the sign of Capricorn for the month of July 2021. So, welcome, Capricorn. So, the first card you see here is the cross. So, this is the actual situation going on here. So, maybe for this month, for now, the situation might be a little bit difficult. It might be a heavy burden on you. As we see here in the middle card, maybe some people are involved here. Maybe they are not so honest to you. Maybe some situation is coming back to you that you did not expect to happen. That is a possibility also, but I think by the end of the month, you will end with this situation. You will finish with these difficulties that are going on now for the time being. We just start the cards now from the left to the right. We do line by line, and then we make them on a cross. So here we see the first line, you see the cross, the house, and the clovers. So the cross, it's like a burden that you are carrying. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities towards colleagues, towards the house itself. Maybe there's some, it can also mean, the house can also mean the body. Maybe you experiencing some pressure on your body because the whole situation is really weighing on you. So this could mean colleagues, people who are close to you, people who are in your neighborhood, people who are maybe in your house. Maybe you experience the house as a burden for now. But I think by the end of the month, the situation will improve a lot because this is actually the best card of the deck. So for now, it might be difficult, but I think by the end of the month, this situation, you will have a clearer view of this situation. Because this is a card of protection. So even though there are heavy burdens on the house, or on your person, or by colleagues or people who you work with, the situation will end up by the end of the month in a very positive way. The second line we see here, we have the fish, the snake, and we have the rider. The fish is multiplying. So it means if you have plans for investing some money, this is a good card for investing money. This is a card of suspicion. This is a smart card. This is a card for waiting it out. This is a card for checking your environment, turning back. This is a card that tells you if you have plans to make investments with money or with certain goods, you need to look around you. You need to make sure that the path is clear, that you are sure that your investments are going the right way. It's also possible that people in the past were not so honest with you regarding money. Maybe some people were involved in a triangle relationship related to money. The money was not going where it's supposed to be. If that is the case, there is a lesson learned, and you know that you need to be careful with your investments. Here we see the rider. The rider is a card of communication. So if you're planning certain investments with your money and there are other persons involved, just be careful what you share with them. Maybe it's best not to share everything. The snake is a card of waiting it out. Like you wait in the grass, you be smart, you observe the situation, you don't act too fast. Capricorn is not known for acting fast, which is a positive thing. So it's best that you apply that policy here. You wait it out, you see, you do some action, but you are careful, you tread lightly, you feel it out in your environment. And I think then the situation is gonna end up very well if you play the game smart. Also be careful if there's that everybody is to be trusted in your environment, man or female. It doesn't really matter this gender. Then the last line here, we see the tree. the birds, and the sit. The tree is a slow growing card. It fits actually very good the sign of Capricorn, because Capricorn, he makes plans on the long run. And the tree is let us things slowly grow, slowly improving. So I think here, if you communicate with certain people, or you know how to, it's like you intuitively know how to make certain investment, how you need to grow. And I think because you know, if you're smart, you're going to make those new investments. It could be that this investment comes quite suddenly. Maybe after this longer period in the beginning of the month, you wait it out a little bit. And then by the end of the month, it's like you say, okay, I think I have enough information. I decide now, and I go ahead with it. That's what I think this combination here means. Then we go in the vertical here. We have the cross, the fish, and we have the tree. So it could mean maybe that your financial situation in the passing months or the past month was quite heavy on you. It was a burden on you. You experienced it as a burden. Maybe you had a lot of responsibilities, or you took a lot of responsibilities on. But I think now maybe more money will come available. And I think with the money that comes available, maybe that's where we saw the investments here, or maybe the communication about the investment. And I think your assets will be able to slowly grow. If this is related to some kind of religion, and you're involved in religion, in this case, it could also mean that your faith is growing. Your faith is growing in everything that relates to beliefs. No matter if you're a Muslim, Catholic, or whatever, it could mean here that your faith is growing slowly. This because the fish multiply. So maybe you put your faith in something that you are believing in, that you are convinced of, and you feel it slowly growing. That's a possibility also if we don't see it in a financial way. This also, I forgot to mention this, this could literally mean a church, a synagogue, any kind of temple, any kind of place of religion. So maybe it's possible also that if you're involved in that situation, it's possible that some positive things come out of that, because this is the card of luck, as we saw, and this could literally mean a church, because the house can literally physically mean a house, and the cross can mean any kind of religion that you are involved in, and there is some luck on that. That's another interpretation for Capricorn. Then we have the next line here. We have the house, the snake, and the birds. You need to be careful in the people surrounding you that everybody is honest to you. Because the card here in the middle, this is a card of suspicion. The snake is a smart card. It looks around and it makes sure that before it acts, actually everything is in order. So if you are involved in any kind of money situation or money that is related to a business and you have responsibility towards that business, just be cautious. Be cautious. Also, don't communicate everything that you know. If there's some money involved, don't share everything that you know. Like if you're responsible for accountancy or something like that, an accountant, don't share all he knows. So you need to little bit act like a smart accountant. I would say it like that. But you will intuitively know, because the birds are sometimes also intuition. You will intuitively know how far you can go, but you need to reflect on it. You need to reflect on it. Also, it's possible that gossip comes to you. Maybe there's some people in your surroundings, they don't have really good intention towards you. Maybe there is gossip around you, so be careful. That's also why I'm telling you, be careful what you share, so it cannot end up in gossip. What you don't share cannot end up in gossip. Then we have the Clovers, the Rider, and the Cid. As I said earlier, the Cid, the Clovers is a card of luck. So I think here the communication by the end of the month, it will improve. There will come more communication, and it's like what you are saying after this phase is like protected, and you will start something new. If you had plans here for doing something, at a certain point, you will be quiet about it because the snake is quiet. And then suddenly you will decide, okay, it's the moment now, I will go for it. So I think this is what it means. And if you do, I think I'm sure there is some kind of protection. Just tread lightly with your communication. Here then on the cross, in the corner, we see the cross. We go in the cross now. We see the snake and we see the Cid. This means that maybe you suffered from somebody in your surroundings and you want to end this suffering. This initiates a beginning, but if there is a party involved, I think with this party that caused you the harm or that caused you suspicion, or you suspect that this person is involved, you will end this person. Maybe some proof comes out because of gossip and you will end with this person. Then here we have the Clovers, the snake, and the tree. This means you need to be careful that if you start something, that the soil is clean. So if you want your flowers to grow, you need to be sure that your basic is okay, so you can move ahead. So be suspicious what you do. So you have a clear space. You don't drag things out of the past with you, involved money, involved situations. Just see that your bottom is, that the soil is clean, so your roots can grow here. So that's what I'm saying here. This is what it means. So be careful, tread lightly, make sure that that you can grow, that nothing is left there from before, so you can move ahead. So that's all for now, Capricorn, for the month of July. Thank you for tuning in and for watching my video. You are free to share your points of view, of course, at the end of the video. Feel free to subscribe if you like to. And thank you for watching, and see you next time. Thank you.